In 2025, artificial intelligence is changing everything: how we learn, how we work, and now how we love. But while the West is still debating ethics and clings to dating apps, China is quietly building the future of relationships. And here's the thing, the future involves an AI companion who listens to you, remembers your favorite song, and yes, might even say "I love you" before bed. And before you disagree, this is actually happening, and China is leading the change. From factories to feelings, how China got here. China's huge popularity in AI is well known. They're investing billions into smart cities, surveillance tech, and autonomous dogs. But a lesser-known area where they're making rapid progress? AI-driven intimacy and companionship. Chinese robotics companies like X Robots, Sai Intelligence, and Fourier have developed some of the most human-like androids the world has ever seen. We're talking skin that moves naturally, eyes that can hold your gaze, and facial expressions that match yours. And while Western companies are busy fine-tuning chatbots and talking about where to draw the line, Chinese startups are putting humanoid partners on display in malls, shows, and expos, not as novelties, but as finished products ready for adoption by the public. It's not just about looks, it's the AI brain. What makes these robots satisfying isn't just their realism, it's their personalities. Many are powered by advanced large language models, often custom-built in China. The AI isn't just ChatGPT, it's adaptable, conversational, and emotionally aware. These robots adjust tone based on your mood, offer companionship, learn your preferences over time. Some users compare them to a partner and a best friend rolled into one, minus the judgment or emotional withdrawal. Who's buying these intimacy robots? A growing number of users, both in China and abroad, are now exploring AI companionship. I know, I am just as shocked as you are. Some are men in rural regions where the gender imbalance has left dating pools dry. Others are people who've just experienced loss or isolation. And some are just plain curious. In fact, Chinese companies are now designing export-friendly models customized to Western tastes. Adjustable hair, eye color, voice tone, personality traits, it's all customizable. It's not about replacing real people. For many users, it's about filling a gap where human connection has been so difficult to find. And honestly, I understand that. Women and men nowadays are wanting attention that nobody wants to give. So the solution? AI chatbots and intimacy robots. I mean, yes, it's not a true solution, but most people think it is. What people are saying. The global reaction? A mix of curiosity, concern, and quiet fascination. I never thought I'd talk to a robot after work and feel understood, a Reddit user. It's not weird anymore. It's just another way of coping with modern loneliness, TikTok comment. Honestly, if it helps people feel less alone, why not? YouTube commenter on AI girlfriend unboxing. There are also critics, of course. Some argue this could damage real human relationships. Others fear it could normalize isolation. But as AI gets better, the debate is getting more heated. It really does feel like a movie. If you've seen Her, you'll recognize the stuff they're trying to build. A lonely person, a virtual partner, and an emotional connection that feels truly real. Except this isn't a voice in your ear anymore. This partner might actually sit next to you on the bed. We're not in a place with sentient robots planning escapes yet, but the technology is catching up fast. So, why is China leading? A few key reasons. Cultural openness. China tends to adopt emerging tech faster than the West, from payments to AI. Less hurdles. Fewer regulatory hurdles mean products reach the market quicker. High demand, gender imbalance, and urban isolation have created real demand for companionship alternatives. In the global race to develop humanoid robots, China is no longer just competing, it's leading, particularly in the popular and growing sector of AI-powered intimacy robots. While the West often sees these robots through a lens of moral skepticism or just a fantasy, Chinese manufacturers have approached the industry with calculation and advanced AI. If we go in a little deeper, 1. A tech system built for speed. Unlike Silicon Valley's careful balancing act between innovation and ethics, China's tech industry grows on fast launches and open experimentation. Companies like XDoll, AITEC, and Cloud Minds aren't just building robots, they're building systems. These companies benefit from access to powerful large language models, edge computing, and partnerships with manufacturers, AI startups, and even HUGAR firms. In simple words, they have a lot more partnerships and ease of access. This allows Chinese companies to roll out more lifelike, emotionally responsive robots, often light years ahead of Western competitors. 2. Government support, even if indirect. While you won't find a Chinese government policy that says, "We support intimacy robots," you will find massive national support for AI robotics and smart manufacturing under initiatives like Made in China 2025. These policies provide funding, talent, and infrastructure into the exact sectors that fuel the intimacy robot industry. And isn't that fantastic? I absolutely am amazed by how the Chinese government pushes the AI market to the forefront. In contrast, Western governments often pause to fund AI projects that push ethical or societal boundaries, leaving intimacy robotics to small startups with few resources and an even slower growth. 3. Social demand meets demographic crisis. One of the most hidden and rarely discussed issues of this trend is China's rapidly aging population and a growing gender imbalance. With millions more men than women in some regions and a declining birth rate, companionship robots aren't a luxury, they're becoming a social response. Many of these robots are marketed not just as intimacy partners, but as emotional support companions, caregivers, or daily assistants for the socially isolated and elderly. This practical framing helps China normalize the presence of AI companions without triggering a cultural backlash often seen in the West. 4. Cultural attitudes toward tech and relationships. There is also a cultural element. In parts of Chinese society, especially among young urban males, relationships with digital companions are increasingly viewed as emotionally valid. And don't get me started on how much anime normalizes this stuff. Just don't. And of course, Chinese pop culture has already embraced virtual influencers, AI girlfriends, and AI voices as mainstream. The jump to physical intimacy robots isn't as scary as when the culture already embraces digital connection. China's tactics. While the rest of the world debates about intimacy robots, China is building them silently. The country's dominance in the AI intimacy robot space is not by chance. It's the result of tech ambition combined with social trends. I didn't expect to take this seriously. When I first saw the videos of people hugging robots or talking to them, I definitely didn't take it seriously. It felt weird. But then I read about people who had lost loved ones and found comfort in AI. I watched clips of robots remembering things that even real partners sometimes forget. It's easy to make fun of this at first, but the more you think about it, the more it makes a strange kind of sense. Not everyone wants or can have a traditional relationship. This isn't the solution for everyone, but for some, it's already the present. Whether you find it fascinating, weird, or a bit of both, one thing is clear. China is way ahead in this race. And as more people seek connection in a disconnected world, AI intimacy isn't just a trend. It might be a global shift. Because like it or not, AI relationships are here, and China is exporting them faster than the rest of us can ask, wait, is this normal now? So, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting news on AI, robots, and groundbreaking new tech.